Hello, welcome. Everyone here, everyone having a good night. I know I am. End of the day, and spend it. I can spend the last few moments drawing some new characters. How's ev- how's everyone's day been? Everyone's been good. Had a pretty uneventful day. Well, it was pretty. I did get some stuff done. Did some laundry. Went to grocery shop. Went and did some grocery shopping. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I ended up catching a stomach bug, and I was just bedridden all day. Oops. Alrighty. I know. You can remind me later. Alright, awesome. Alright, I'm all set up here. So, last Friday, I gave some of my resolutions on what I was gonna do. And one of them being streaming 5 times a week. These ones are gonna be a little bit late night, at least for this week, because my job has me working closing shifts, so I'll be streaming a little later for this week specifically. Probably won't be doing. It's probably gonna be more drawing than it will be some gaming. So I hope we'll all get used to that. I almost forgot. I should probably change this real quick. Well, I'll just leave it like that. No harm. Yeah, maybe. I'll change the setting later. But yeah, tonight and tomorrow, I will be dedicating the time to drawing a Seimondi character, which is the series I'm working on and making concept art for. And it'll be a new character that I don't really have any design. I don't have like much designs of. So today and tomorrow we're gonna finish that. We're gonna finish that design, right? It'll be like a sketch. It'll start out like some sketching, and then like sketching today, and then like tomorrow we can do. I'll probably have the line art and coloring done. Okay. Without further ado, I'm gonna get started here. I already have like one drawing of her done, so I'm gonna go off of that and then just proceed to go along. I'm gonna do like a full body, and then my mic keeps falling. I don't know why. I'm gonna draw a full body, do like a couple expressions on her head, or some facial expressions. Okay, there we go. My mic kept drooping, and I didn't like that. And then maybe some poses. Usually when I make poses, I try to think of a pose that, or at least like a little poses, or like kind of like scene, or like a small scene that kind of shows what the character is like. So yeah. Here, I need this tablet closer to me. It's too far, man. There we go. Yeah, and as I'm drawing, feel free to chat along. I probably won't be. All right, let's get started here. Which one's the grab button? There we go. As I'm going along too, I will I'm still getting used to Clip Studio. I'm planning to use this more now that I'm going to be drawing drawing and sketching on this better. So yeah, let's give it a shot here. So the character I'll be drawing, she's essentially like a prison princess, like a warrior princess from a clan. I kind of want like some more so like a somewhat intimidating, not intimidating, but maybe like maybe like a confident pose. Oops. Let's go with here, I got an idea. Just gonna loosely sketch out the body. What I want the pose to look like here. So maybe do I want hands on hips? I already got like one guy doing hands on hips. Maybe her with her weapons? Yeah, I think I like that. Yeah, let's do that. I got something in mind. So we're gonna have kind of like, or like her maybe walking forward. Yeah. So it's gonna be like, it's gonna be her leg here. Then the other leg back here. Kind of like a slight like over the shoulder hunch a little bit. With her arms out, and she has like, I forget what the weapon is called initially, but it's like it's like those like kind of baton-esque, but like with like instead of like a mallet, it's like a sword or something sharp. So like, yep. Basically making like the little concept here. She's also gonna be mad muscular. She's also got like some like thin ankles. Now I'm looking at the little reference drawing I have of her. I like go back and forth on like whether I want like really like twig like calves for this character. I don't know. This is gonna be like her kind of tiara-esque crown that she wears. She got like she has short hair and like a little halo that rests on the top of her head here. Her head's looking a little big. She's pretty young. I think she's like, what was her age? I have it like written down somewhere in a book. Is my bag near me? No, it's over by my bed. But she's like I know she's a teenager. She's at that age. She's probably like 18, I think. 18 or 17. Yeah, once we have like the initial look of it. So let me make that head a little bit smaller. Head's looking a little massive. Oops. Not what I wanted. What was oh, there we go. That's the one I was looking for. And then we can have like we'd have a more so like just gonna wear like this has like this kind of bra like crop top. I don't know how to describe it. This was kind of going off of I won't lie, this isn't particularly inspired by anything. I just wanted to look make an outfit that felt kind of alien like. And they have like kind of like the little like side flaps next to the legs that very that's kind of like knights and stuff like that, and along with loose pants with some armored shin guards. Oops, that might. Yeah. This is like placing all the stuff too. She also got like gauntlet. It's like these like little gauntlets as well. We're gonna go in. Let's see. Oops. Ooh. Aye. Don't you sleep on me. Alright, can I select everything? Yes. Okay, awesome. Next thing I want to do, we're gonna make another layer here. This is basically like select. There we go. We'll say thumb. We'll call this the thumb. This is the initial like how I want the pose to look. And like placements and stuff like that. The next layer is gonna be gonna be like the rough, essentially like the rough. It's gonna be rough. All right, and now then, do we have that? Yeah. Okay. Let's lower the opacity for this. Now I gotta zoom in for the zoom in here to like focus on. Okay, there we go. To focus on the muscles-esque. Might have to like get a good, clearer picture. The body is like simultaneously flowy yet pretty muscular. So we're just gonna start from like we're gonna start from the bottom to the top. The do I want the let's have the kneecap. Or actually no. Yeah, I want to like maybe add in like a little like small little wings. Wings there. Yeah, this is my oh jeez. Maybe I should probably hang on. Let me get the body down first before I start making like the the armor. Like the feet, for instance. I'm trying to get into the habit of starting from bottom to the top because I think I heard that's like the easiest way to get like the proportions down pretty quickly. Ooh, that calf's low. That's a low calf. I don't want low calves here. Okay, I'm gonna like let's go with this. Oops. Still getting. Hopefully, the more I start using Clip Studio, the more I'll get used to it, and I'll probably, well, I'll most definitely look at like some tutorials to look at some of the options and maybe implement some hotkeys. Because man, oh man, I've gotten used to the I pretty much gotten used to the buttons to like use on the pen to move the paper and then like erase some stuff. Okay, I just realized I'm drawing the Frieza pose, which is kind of funny. I don't mind that. I think she's got like the a good weapon for that. Why is my eraser like that? Jeez. I don't want the soft eraser. Give me the hard one. I want the hard eraser. Make it a little big. Oh. I want the hard eraser. Give me the hard eraser. Okay. Okay, but let's lower it down a little bit so it's at least it's 1-to-1 with the foot, because the torso is gonna get the torso needs a little bit more definition. Yeah, she has like I think it's not really wavy enough. The reference I have is she's her body is in a quarter turns and I'm drawing this face up, so right now I guess you can say I'm learning I'm figuring out what it looks like from what her body looks like in the front. Guess you can say that. One sec. I'm checking up on like let me turn this down. I'm gonna check up on what checking up on a little bit of news update right now. I'm putting on like Caroline Kwan's stream to see what she'll be covering tonight. Okay. I have that on in the background. Let's see. Let's get the arms in. Not fully committed on how that I want that body to look, because I want the hips to at least match up with the shoulders. Or is it the hips? Yeah, those muscles need to be more, a little slightly bigger. Like, oh, well, actually, they're not too bad. We'll see how it goes. The rough also means that, like, there's still going to be some changes to it. Like, this, like, this, the way I have the boobs set up here, I don't know how I feel about that, but we can still figure that out. We're figuring this out. And also, this is like the sketch. As long as this is like the sketch, I'm not too worried. Am I making her more taller than I? Well, she's got like long legs. Kind of a medium torso. So like the actual like belt is gonna be like more so down here, I think. I would say. I think I might move the leg a little bit to get a little lined up. Anyway. Let's finish up the arms. Let's get the arms in here. But yeah. I don't know what happened, but like Sunday, me and my mom just caught like a terrible stomach bug. At first I assumed it was because of a chicken I made, that maybe it wasn't like cooked all the way, but there was no pink. Luckily, like, and I checked with her, like, she didn't notice like any pink inside the chicken when she was cutting it. So I don't know, because like I was wondering, is like, because stomach bugs, I was thinking like they would last like a little bit longer, but luckily she said like, yeah, sometimes stomach bugs last like, 1 day. So I don't know, kind of upsetting, because we were gonna meet up with my brother to like exchange gifts for our holiday gifts, because we didn't get the chance to during Christmas and in between. But don't worry, we'll probably do it again. Like maybe we'll probably get another chance. We're gonna get another chance like this weekend. Okay, she's got like a sharp chin. It's like, it's like bam. She could cut cheddar with that chin. Here, I'm gonna zoom in. To focus on. Nope. To focus on her face here. How much can it go in? I think that's good. Let's go in on the face. She's got like these pretty big sharp eyes. This culture I'm drawing. This culture she's from normally have like pretty sharp eyes. I'm really just drawing the Frieza pose. All right. Okay, her tiara is kind of pointed out a little more outward from her eyes. Oops. It like comes around, it like curves around her face here. And then she's got like the markings. So when I go back on the chin here, or at least on the eyes, whoops. made like I did a little, did some tweaking on her siblings' markings, which I also have. I got 2 of them done, so I'm gonna like go off of them so that there's some so that you can recognize them a little bit. Zoom in. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, she got pretty much a strong jaw. She got that bicycle face. She has a bit of a bicycle face. It may be a little bit hard to notice where some of the details are, and I might have to go in and like do some changes on the face, but that's okay. We're still the rough doesn't mean the final sketch. This is just basically where I want to place everything and give me a greater idea for clothing and placing it for the body and how the body's placed. So she kind of has these like eyebrows. She on the tiara has these like eyebrows pointing down very angrily. So it's kind of like this. And then has this big piece. Let me center that a little better. There we go. Oh, whoops. Oh, this is hard. This is hard to know where it's erasing because it's barely. Because the circle's larger than where it's actually erasing, and it kind of bothers me and it makes me uncomfy, and I don't like it. I don't like it. There we go. So far it's coming along pretty smoothly. During the next phase of the sketch, I'm gonna have to fix the orientation on a lot of the piece, especially her head and like body. That's kind of the next thing. That's kind of like what happens in like the third sketch. This is basically like orientating the body to make sure it's on par with how it looks positioned. Okay, just checking to make sure everything's still running. Oh yeah, it's kind of wrapped, and then it kind of wraps around her head like this. She's got like a pretty wide. Her head like widens out more. So wait, maybe I can just erase a little bit of that. Do I want to erase the top head? No, keep it there until I'm gonna keep it there until I actually. Yeah, so it's kind of like this. How's it look compared to the rest of the body? Head could be a little bit larger. I'm not now looking at it. Yeah, I'll definitely enlarge it after I finish up drawing the pieces to it. Turn down the music for this. I feel like it's louder than my actual mic. Actually, my mic is pretty low. How's that? Bup, bup, bup. Da, 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 da. No, don't mute it. Okay. I'm gonna just lower the volume through like OBS. That should be good. There we go. So my mic all. I don't know. I'm sure that's good. All right. I'm not worried. You're worried. Oop, that's uneven. Ooh, maybe I should give it like, yeah, that's the stuff. All right. Now our little halo. It's got like these. Put on these like little chip pieces. I don't know if they'll stay. Okay, that's the head. Whoops, I'm hitting undo. How are we looking? Think of the... Yeah, this piece should be larger. This should be like towering over. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. The head always gets like the most redone, I would say, whenever I'm drawing up these characters. Okay. Let me check the body for the last one. Again, I don't feel like her legs are long enough. Her head's a little tiny. I think it's because like I'm looking at her neck. Her neck on the reference isn't really that big. It's kind of small. Is that the one? No, it's this one. And her head's kind of like on par with her shoulders, or at least the entirety of her head. How's that look? Okay, now her head just feels big. Is it her legs? Is it her legs for me? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't think her legs are nearly long enough. Okay, deselect. Let's go back to I think they should go probably to here. Get rid of that foot. Get rid of this foot. There we go. Okay. Oh, I didn't do the hands. How did I miss the hands? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the hands, they're gonna be like... Oh, what did Sasha's sword look like? What design I landed on? I landed on... Okay, yeah. That's what I landed on. That's what I thought. I'm looking at like a little reference for like how I want it to look. Yeah, there we go. Then add the blade edge. Oops. Okay, it's not. They're not even, so I'll fix that. Not even the arms. My gosh. Gosh, good golly gosh. Ha! Erase everything. Trash it all. I'm done. I'm over it. Canceling the stream. Can't get anything right. Okay. There. Oh no. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, not bad. This is the part now where, well, not yet. We're still gonna get to it, but we're reaching to the point where now that we got some of the clothing down on some of the pieces, now comes in the part where it kind of starts to come together, and I get the proportions right, because the proportions are a bit whack. Oh yeah, she got like a little cape. Just gonna make this a little farther because that's where it expands to. And then I'm gonna add in her gauntlet. And now her belt. Well, not so much a belt, just kind of like a belt piece. Should probably go a little bit. Well, yeah, there we go. Now we'll add in the plates. Do they have the little? Yeah, they do. They have the little curve that I have. Except for the last one. Last one doesn't have a little curve at the end. Now I don't know what's happening here with the or at least I don't know what I did. I'm looking at like the original drawing I made. I don't know. Kind of don't know what I was going for with how I wanted the shin guards to look like. So I'm gonna change it up a little bit. And then I changed up how their foot gear are. Oh, okay, it's just that. Sweet. Sweetness. Okay, I don't want like too much of a sock puppet. Basically just like a little... There we go. Gonna... Oh. I want to erase. Not get the white mark. Not get the white marker out. Yeah, she's got like a little bit of like a loose fabric around the legs. It's still like a little form fitting, but like not exactly. Like it kind of crinkles a little bit. Some crinklage here and there. No, I don't want that. There we go. Okay, let me. How are we? Okay, not bad. The face definitely needs to be. The face needs some work. I'm not lie. I'm not gonna lie. There needs to be work. Work needs to be done here. But we're getting there. I feel like she's like, she doesn't skip arm day. She skips leg day. I think I'll say that. I feel like her hips are still like a little small, or too small. Here, I'm gonna fix that in the. I'm gonna fix that in the second layer, or the third layer. Oh, whoops. I want to delete this. We're not there yet. I want to work one layer at a time. Rough. Oops. Rough 2. Did I type 3? No. Low the opacity here. Whoops, wrong one. Alright. Here, we're going to zoom in. We're going to work on the hips later, but let's zoom in on the face. Because her face is not... needs some touch-ups. I need it to look like the face that I have referenced here, because the face is perfect on the reference. Too far. Alright, perfect. That's the size I want. That's what Papa needs. So I'm gonna start with the eyes first. Eyes need to be a little bit lower. And once I get the face and the rest of the pose in, I think moving on to expressions and stuff is gonna be much easier. Oh yeah, is it Control C? No, Alt or Control C. Control X? No. I forgot what the hotkey was for deleting a line. Oh well. We're gonna go in. We're going in without any regrets. Maybe some regrets, but not every regret. I don't think I want that. Yeah, she's got like a little bit of a tiny mouth. There we go. I should probably change this real quick. Sorry, I'm changing my category in Twitch. Is it this one? I think it is. Probably this one. There we go. Much better. All right. Ooh, okay. Didn't notice that before. Maybe I can implement that like this. There's like this little cutoff here from the tiara. Thinking that adding that to the end of the eye instead of a little bit off to distance. Because then I can use. Let's start off with this. Well, let me get the cheekbone first. In fact, let me just. That looks a little off. Let me do. I like to do the jaw first. She could be a little intense. What was her name again? Avaja? I think it's Avaja. No, Reja. Reja was her name. Avaja is one of the brothers. Yeah, she's a princess. The youngest of the of the five. Of the Furious Five. Oops. Yeah, I'm having her face really just sharp here. And then the nose, I guess for now, I'll just do like the little. There we go. Have like a little guide for like how her nose is. Hello, I'm drawing one of the characters I made for the long series I'm making concept art for. Her name is Reja. She's the youngest out of the royal family. There we go. Yeah, right now I had a late shift. I had the closing shift tonight, so no game today or tomorrow. Just gonna do some drawing, or at least like work on getting used to Clip Studio. Okay. Actually, let me get our markings in. How's your day been? Free up the mastery, I guess. Yep. Well, because I've been drawing on Procreate on my iPad for so long now. Well, I got used to Procreate. Now I'm just getting used to this one. If I'm gonna draw on stream, it's gotta be this one. You know what I'm saying? Wait, why am I not getting? I'm drawing on a tablet that's hooked up to my computer. I got it not too long ago. It's something that I can easily hook up to rather than my iPad. It's a Wacom tablet. wake 'em or whack 'em. I'm making the head a little smaller, but that's fine. Whack 'em. Whack 'em is fun to say. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna get... No, I'm not gonna start the hair until I get the tiara done here. If somebody doesn't like your drawing, you whack them with a tablet. What? I couldn't agree more. Just rip it off the stand here. Just bash their head. Never. They'll never make fun of my drawings then. There we go. Alright, now I'm gonna get the main. Well, make this a little more out. It's a little uneven. Make this smaller. So far, the only thing I really got to get used to is just like putting in hotkeys. There's like two little buttons on my pen that I can switch from, like moving the paper to, and also oh geez, turning on the eraser. Okay, this is too narrow. Here, I'm gonna work from the inside. I'm gonna work from the inside to the outside. There we go. And now we're gonna make the big headpiece. Give her this long metal feather, which isn't a feather, it's just a metal crown. Okay. Okay, I like that a little more. There we go. All right, that worked out. That worked out quite nicely. Yeah. Wait, let me reposition so I can see the head. Okay. Because the hair kind of goes out. There's a bit of a 3D missing. There's a bit of the three-dimensionalist, the three dimensions kind of missing, but kind of okay with that. Usually there we go. I don't know why I should be just drawing a circle instead of like adding like the little humps of the hair. Now comes in the halo. Hello. Boom, right there. The little little chips that I'm still not sure I'm gonna keep. Again, not really much inspiration that I got for the outfit. Just wanted to make something that felt a little different, a little alien-esque. Excuse me. Yeah, okay. Now, drawing the hair. Oh, no, I don't want that. You. Yeah, why not? Oh yeah, this is what the whole. Yeah, she could be pretty intense. I was just I was just noticing as I was drawing the body, I gave her the little Frieza pose where they have like her arms out, legs tucked in. Might make the head a little bit bigger though. It's a little small. It's not one to one to the other one. And she also has like this little like her upper lip has the markings as well. Okay. Is there anything I'm missing? Okay, she has like these little head pieces inside of this. All right, now let's make her head a little bit bigger. The bigger the head, the tinier her body may seem. Because she is very tiny compared to her other siblings. I also want to make like a little hair piece so that that's a little evened out on the right side. Incorrect. He'll get there in 35 episodes. Goku will save the day in 35 episodes. I keep forgetting where my pencil is. There's 5 siblings. 4 older brothers. Been unfortunate. She's the baby. She's very intense and wants to prove herself. At least that's what I have the character so far as. It is subject to change. Because she doesn't show up. I don't have her plan to show up. Actually, I do have her plan to show up pretty, at least somewhat early in the series. This whole family plays like a bit of a big part. Is the kind of thing where like she's more so like a background element in the beginning of the series, and then kind of becomes more in the forefront as it continues. At least that's what I have in my head and what I got written down. Okay, this is like hovering, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Also, question: am I too quiet? Is the music over drowning my voice? There we go. Doo, 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 doo. Nice. So now I hear you find music is subtle in the background. Nice. That's all I wanted. Might go. I was thinking of streaming for like until like maybe midnight, but I might do this. I might go one more hour, then keep doing this off stream. Because again, I was kind of hoping to do like some streams that weren't under four hours, but because of the schedule I have for this week, I have a lot of closing shifts, so streams today might be a little on the shorter end. The goal is to get 1 week of 5 streams, and then we do the same for the next week and so on for the rest of the year. That's my New Year's resolution. Yeah, I want this. Let's go here. Uh-oh. Wait. How is that? Oh, wait, no, that's good. Oh, that's weird. Nope. Okay. Can't reveal everything right away in solid resolution. I'll see some water. Yeah, I just made my little resolution video today, saying what I was planning. A lot of things that are pretty ambitious, which I think at this point need some ambition. I want some ambitious goals to motivate me. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, the plates here. Let's go here. Plates. There we go. I felt a Braveheart-esque speech coming. I don't know. I got like I'll probably there's like I don't know. I like to be. I just need. Last year, I was able to get my foot in the door and some things I wanted to try, but haven't really gotten the motivation to do it. And now I'm kind of at a point now where I think I really need to step up my game a bit. just getting having thoughts of like how much I want, how much I really want to do the thing I really enjoy doing, and then making a living off of that. Because it ain't gonna happen if I don't want it bad enough. And I want it bad. You know, like making my, you know, currently I'm making a new short story for a context for the original contest that I did last year. They're doing another one now, or at least like the same one. A little bit different than the one they did last year, but I'm looking forward to making something a little different, and also continuing to give my continuing to find opportunities. Her arm. Let's thicken up that arm a little bit. Yeah, no. I went in a lot of detail with what I wanted to do for this year in the last stream I did. That was last Friday. Well, I talked a little bit about. Well, it was mostly talking about what I've been up to, and like what I have my goals set to be. Ooh, okay, wait, that's not right. Let me turn this page. Just have to keep after it, and if I can be of any help, let me know. Thanks, man. Do 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 do. Are those needles coming out of her hands like Wolverine style? So they're basically like, so the way her weapons are, they're kind of like those like sort of baton. They're kind of like baton blades. So you know how like police officers will have like their batons that like the little side handle and a little stick that comes out. It's basically that, but with a blade instead of a stick. And she can like make him like spin around like blades going. I think one thing I got to get used to, and I think I've said this before many times, drawing while talking and gaming while talking is very different. Trying to talk while drawing is way more difficult than playing a game and talking, because I guess I'm just like reacting to it, whereas this I'm like actively thinking. Gotta work on my stream of consciousness and my ramblings and my yapping. thought about General Grievous being extra against Kenobi. Oh, for sure, you're focused on both. Mm-hmm. There we go. What time is it? Okay. We still got 45 minutes. I guess I can talk about what I've been up to this weekend. I mentioned how me and mom got a stomach bug, but what did I do instead of just wallowing in a bed in a fetal position, as I had a terrible stomach ache. I did start getting into watching a bunch of random movies that's free to watch on YouTube. And I think I could confidently say I am in my pretentious movie phase. Because now I'm starting this practice where I watch a movie and then the next day, after I've settled on it a little bit, I'll write down like notes about it. Themes, how exposition's delivered, describe the climax, how things escalate and stuff like that, how it all resolutes. Because for one thing, I'm doing it so that it would help me maybe pick up some stuff as I get a bit work on my writing. But also I just have like I've always just had a difficult time trying to describe movies and stuff, because I guess I know how to feel about them, but I don't know how to describe those feelings, if that makes sense. Yeah, I want to get a little bit better at that. And some of the movies I've been watching have been old 50s samurai flicks now. They're a bunch of Akira Kurosawa movies that are like about samurais, and the movie's like 3 hours long. Like, that makes sense. Like, I can't tell you why I like Star Wars. I just do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because I think, ultimately, I think, and this gets off a little off topic, I guess, where this more so falls into critiquing more than actually just describing it. But like, critiquing art and making art are completely are two different skill sets. I think there's I think when actually critiquing something and like figuring out why you like something or probably don't like it for your own personal preference or whatever, or what makes it good, I think that comes along with a lot of studies, whereas art is more so, at least for me at least, and I think a lot of like other like creators feel, is that it's more like their outlet of expressing their emotions. Make a little like orb there. For sure, I was the same way when I drew a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and as I'm trying to like break down all this stuff now, as I'm breaking all this stuff down, I am learning, but I want to be conscious about I still want to be conscious about like making something personal for me instead of trying to make like the best thing ever. Yeah, let's begin the hips here. Oh, is that uneven? It's a little bit. And also, who can forget expressing your feelings to drawing than drawing Gangster Grievous. Fun fact: I had to write a critique paper in English one year, and it's still to this day only time I had ever been accused of plagiarism. What was the paper on? Still my greatest creation. Gangsta Grievous is legendary. Okay, at least the hips are a little more. At least the hips are a little more present. Minutes to Midnight album critique. Oh, okay. I think I remember you mentioning about that. It was like supposed to be your like the end of the year essay, the college submission. I think that's what it was. I cannot remember what my college submission essay was. Pretty sure just made up something on the spot. I did do something similar for college, but this was in Massachusetts. Oh, okay. Hold on. Need to add a little bit of definition to the abs. And also, I kind of missed the collarbone. But going back to the fun samurai movies. They're fun. These are like the college one was how music can affect. Okay, that's right. And the teacher actually wrote on the essay, "I don't care about your devil music." If you got a teacher critiquing your work like that, that means you got a good one. No, I don't want. Stop with the turkey baster. What was I saying? These movies were basically directed by. These are essentially the director of them, Akira Kurosawa. He's that your favorite director's favorite director. Like he made movies that inspired stuff like Star Wars and stuff like that. And while some of them, even though they're like black and white, like the thing that like stood out about him is that how modern they feel, not just like in the way of like how he moves, how he keeps track with action with the camera. Like it's never still. Like I was watching this one movie, and I guess like this was the movie that I would say George Lucas got some ideas from was called Hidden Fortress, and it's about like this little band that like is smuggling gold and a princess in order to bring back to their clan to restore after they lost the war. And they're inside like their enemy's camp, and they have to like maneuver. They have to like figure out how to get back to their territory. And one of the main guys, the general, has to duel has to has this really fun duel with spears. That actually sounds like a pretty sick movie. Ooh, I like spears. Yeah, and like it's probably the coolest sequence I've ever saw with two guys fighting against spears. And the beginning is so funny. It starts out cuz it starts off like a man just basically wants to duel this guy. While the man is like surrounded by enemy clearly like enemy soldiers, but they're just on the sidelines and they're just going to watch. And the guy walks up, he's like testing their spears. And he keeps like tossing them back until he finds the right one that he likes. And like swinging them around, and all the soldiers surrounding them are like, "Oh God, I don't want to get smacked by a spear." What else happens? And there's this really and the one of the main characters, he's so clever. So basically, the gold that they're transporting, that they're smuggling, they have it inside of hollow sticks. And there's this one scene where they're traveling down a bridge, like crossing a border, and unfortunately they have no other way to go. They have to go through this border, and they want to make sure they don't want the soldiers to search like the sticks. So the main character takes one of the sticks outside of the cart, breaks it, shows the gold, and he's like, hey, I found this stick of gold up that mountain over there. And then the guards proceed to just go up the mountain, and they just wander along, and the main party just like walks along like as if they just show as if they don't have other gold inside of their crate. And he plays it so well. He gets mad at the guards after he gave them the gold, aggravating them, and they're just telling him to get lost. He's a smart one. It is genius. It's genius. I laughed out loud when that played out. It's just when I see like clever, I just get so giddy, or like at least like uh like it makes it feel like smart. It's so fun to see like actual like smart strategy instead of just like, I don't know, like a scene like if they're like in a situation like that. I feel like a lot of modern movies would just do would pull like a guard, like a scene, like how a scene plays out where it's like the guard asks him what are you doing here, but then the other the protagonist would be like, what are you doing here, and then just tries to confuse him, which feels kind of lazy and not really plausible. It may seem more serious, but I'm thinking of writing in The Princess Bride. Wait, it may seem more serious, but I'm thinking of the writing in The Princess Bride. Oh yeah. It's like it's like very charming. Mm. Like the poison scene is directly where I went. Yeah. Well, it's also kind of like making fun. It's also kind of making fun of that as well. Love that stuff. Yeah. Speaking of Princess Bride, I had no idea the director of that movie made a lot more classics than I than I thought. First of all, R.I.P. to him and his wife, um, Rob Reiner. But I started seeing a bunch of other movies, and he makes a lot of. He had a lot of variety. Like his first movie was Spinal Tap, and then he made Princess Bride, and then he directed a Stephen King adaptation, and then well, before the Stephen King adaptation, he made When Harry Met Sally. And what else? What was another thing he made? Shit, it was something else. Anyway, I'm just saying he I'm just saying he had like a solid he had a really good resume and just full of variety. Like to think that the guy that made Princess Bride went on to make like a Stephen King horror movie. It's crazy. And also a really damn good rom-com. And he's also acted in a bunch of stuff as well. Like he acted in Wolf of Wall Street. I think he was in like an old TV show as well that I'm not too familiar with. He did a lot. And just a really funny guy. Okay, maybe I need to pull all great movies. He's the dad in Wolf of Wall Street, right? Yes. Yes, he is. Yeah, what's the line he says? Like near the end? Or is like, or am I thinking of like another line? I can't remember. Also, this foot looks really small. How's this compared to the rest? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Restart that leg. Restart that leg. Or that leg needs to get elongated. Too small, too small. Mm. Here, I'll start off like... Whoa, why is it like this? Oh, did I change the... All I can think of is $30,000 worth of slides. And yeah, I was just about to say, no way those feet hold her up. Well, yeah, she does like she's got long legs, but like very thin ankles from the drawing I have of her. Like I do have a drawing of her, but it's only like one that's like a group photo of the rest of the siblings. But now starting to I'm starting to draw them individually. Hang on, let me just okay, this is still too thick. Okay, that's perfect. Uh Can't skip leg day, even in drawing. I don't even think the plates... I might have to change up the plates. How I have those drawn out. How much time do I have? A little bit, about 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I'm aiming for 11 tonight. I think those should... Here. Can I like... I could do this so quicker on my iPad. But that's how I get better, suffering. That's the only thing I need to do. She looks pretty badass so far. That's good. Okay. Am I good? Oh, hold on. Hang on. Gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. Dog had to go. Dog had to go out. I would lose my patience with the technology. Just give me pencil and paper. See, that's what I need. That's another resolution. Draw more on my sketchbook. Excuse me. Which maybe you'll see more of this year. Do I want to zoom in again? No, I don't want to. I don't want to zoom in. Apparently zooming in will make me concerned more about the details of it all. Okay, let me look at more of the clavicle. As like the weeks go by too, I'll probably add some little touches here and there to the stream that I've been meaning to put in myself, but I get too lazy to. But now I want to add them. Oh, that's why there's nothing on there. There's still a little piece here. Still can't get over the Sinister Gates drawing you did. I remember. Oh yeah, Sinister Gates. I remember. I did that. There was so many days. It was just on and off. And I think like I don't know, like the year was coming to a close, or like the school year, and I was like, you know what, I'm getting this done. Yeah, I just had like big. I just had a big sheet of paper that day. Oh no, it was the lifeguard. It was my first lifeguard job, where after a little water carnival we did, they had like leftover big sheets of paper, so I just took some. Yeah, because there was that drawing, and also the drawing of Chester Bennington when he passed. Should these be bigger? Don't look, okay? Trying to get accurate anatomy, okay? All right. No, they should curve like this. At least the cloth. I think that's fine. Maybe like there's some line, it's like a little bit of line there. And like, hang on, let me get the biceps. Yeah. There we go. Hold on, let me add like the little connect there so that I know what the markings are. Don't worry, in college I got to do a drawing of a model posing for the class, and the only part accurate was the body. I had like we had to do we had to do a lot of nude model drawings, and you know, it's an art class, like um that's the kind of stuff, that's stuff you just get, you just start off with, when you're taking a, when you're taking either an art class or like art school, or at least in this case maybe like a like figure draw, I think, was it figure drawing or live drawing? I think it was, for me it was live drawing. And I don't know, maybe I didn't really ask anyone about this. To me it was just like this unspoken rule that whenever there was, we had to draw a nude model, it was just like pretty much accepted. Maybe it was just like a collective mind being like, look, don't make it weird. It's just for school. I don't know. That's how I felt. Everyone, I don't remember. Although I did feel bad for one, for our one model, because they would get like, they would have like a man and a woman, but the woman unfortunately got like sick. This was during the during pretty much still when the pandemic was, we still had like the mask up. We still had the mask up and everything. But she got like really sick, missed the majority of the semester, and the guy had to fill in for the rest of the year, and he was pretty, and every time cuz he had to like, we had to draw him multiple times throughout the day, and he would just kind of teeter down and start falling asleep. And we all kind of felt bad for him. We would see his head like legitimately like nod all the way down, and he would start to hunch over a little bit. He's putting in extra hours. What what can you do? Times that. Okay. Okay, we're getting pretty much uh the form of the entire sketch finished. There's still some little touches here and there I gotta do. Some like perspective, on the armor. Um, it's looking a little too clean, for my liking. I don't know. It feels, it's balanced. The legs make more sense now. Yeah, it's balanced. Um, did I? Let me see the torso. Here, the torso I got. The torso might need some touch up, but hang on. Let me do this real quick. Before I sign off here. I'm gonna show off the reference I have of like the old rough sketch that I did. This is gonna be like the group. This is basically the main group of her and her siblings. I've done like two redesigns of them, but let's see. Hold on, let me open up my drive. What did I call them? Something children, right? Doja's children? Yeah. Excuse me. Can I? Here, minimize this. And then Is it title screen? No, not title screen. No, not that. Ah, this one. No, I don't want to minimize that. Hold on. Do some technical stuff. No, not that. Can I do like a display window capture? Maybe I could do like a specific. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so this is the reference photo I'm looking at. So Ray's just right here in the middle. This is what I'm going off of. These are our brothers. And these are our brothers on the side, behind her. Oh, what the heck? So yeah. I think I need to work a little bit more on defining the muscles a little bit. But overall, we got the cape in there. Wait, did I draw? I didn't draw the cape yet. But I think I pretty much got what I needed. Don't think there's any changes I made specifically. I guess like for funsies, I'll show like a redesign I did for one of them. A finished redesign. Avaja, who is the one on the far left. There we go. I feel like it's kind of cool. I feel like I can tell their personalities by the drawing. That's good to know. That's good to hear. That's my goal, baby. Okay. Now show. He's probably an A. Yeah, he's up here. Let's download him. So yeah, we have we have that family, and now we got so this is the redesign of Avaja, the one on the far left. If oh, did I already? Oh, I already did two of them. Okay. Now then, switch this one to. Oh, not that one. Go back to this one. There we go. Yeah, this was his cleanup. This is kind of the idea I had. Like the one you were talking about now seems like the golden boy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like he is he's second youngest. Yeah. His hair's braided, got his hair down like Legolas. He's pretty friend. He could be pretty. He's like He's over. He may have like a bit of a tough side, but he's got a sweet side, and he's very like inspirational to like the kids. And he has like he shoots out like a sickle, like a sickle chain-esque weapon. Yeah, I love his like little like 4 strands of hair that like sticks out. Oops. I guess I can show off. Well, it's getting close to it. I got time to. Why not? You know what? I'm just gonna. I'm gonna show off. Just why not? One last character I redesigned. This one's the big. This one is his name is Zefja. He is the one, and I'll show you in a sec. Once I switch, he is the big guy. He's the big guy to the right. So not the big guy in the back, but the big guy, the one with the giant muscles. Let me. Oh yeah, Z. He's like all the way down here. I have so many tabs open right now. There we go. Oops. Probably shouldn't have clicked that twice, but that's fine. So, Zefsha, far right. Wait, nope, that's the wrong one again. Wait, no, this is the right one. Where is he? Oh, why can't I? Oh, there it is. There we go. As you can see, I added a little more scars. He's got like these funny like mutton chops. Gotcha. This one I'm guessing is the absolute brute, maybe the oldest. He's the second oldest. So it goes by like I guess I'll show in the family photo. Yeah, he's the second oldest. The oldest is like the kind of like the diplomat, whereas he grew up mostly as the brute. Yeah, and he pulls out these dual blades that he smashes together into like a Darth Maul-esque dual-sided blade. He's terrifying. Yeah, and like so I guess going back here. So oldest, second oldest, third he's the middle child, the one with the big kind of like hair spread out, like drooping down, and then second youngest to the left, and youngest, and she's the youngest. Yeah, he's like the middle child there. His name is what I name him? I gave Jaru. Jaru is his name. He's like a very how would I describe him? He's like kind of a wild card. Not exactly a brute like his older brother, or as diplomatic as his older. Just kind of like a little bit in between, a bit of a trickster. I'm guessing the one that could be evil. You never know. You never know. But yeah, that's sort of them. Anywho, it is 11 right now. So wait, let me go back here to. Do not pay attention to my messy desktop. I'll go back to here and then like. Let me just double check. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna log off here. Thank you for tuning in and checking out and just hanging out. Tomorrow I'll be doing some sketching of this off stream, and then tomorrow I'll probably be doing some line art, maybe coloring if I'll have the time. Who knows? But that'll be it for tonight. Hope you have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later.